Happy Tuesday to all, y'all. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. We are here to bring you good vibes, great company, inspiration, and unstoppable energy.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are always mo fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm enjoying our extension of 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yes, I love it.
So tired after the show. As in, iba yung level ng pagod ko after the show. And I'm not used to it yet, but I really enjoy it while it's happening.
Because you kind of like have extra work because you're doing the weather, right? There's an extra segment
Well,
for
no,
Pao.
he did it before, and he just had a break in between.
Yeah,
so.
but this one kasi it's like tuloy-tuloy all the way till 8:30.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
love
But
it.
I
'cause
like it.
We have more time to talk to our guests.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm excited for our guests here today. Of
Yes.
course, we have another huge variety of guests. And my question is, how is your Spanish? Because that is...
My Spanish is muy buen.
Yeah.
No,
it's
that's
good.
terrible.
It's good.
No, we're already off to a bad start.
Buenos dias.
We're gonna say something so wrong later.
Yeah, I can only count.
Listen, I'm
Uno,
gonna
dos,
practice.
tres, cuatro,
Yeah.
cinco, seis, siete.
She's really counting in Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
Because that's her
Okay.
entire vocabulary.
Yeah,
that's her
that's
entire
it.
vocabulary.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm a Duolingo later.
Yeah,
Check it.
yeah.
You know what
It's too late.
You know what I'm excited about?
Yeah, sure.
Coach V segment.
Ah.
Because she is going to be talking about...
Yes.
Surprise ba?
I don't know.
But
I
just
really
a
don't know.
teaser for our viewers.
I don't know what
I don't
she's
Just
know.
a teaser
talking
for our
about.
viewers. If you are waiting for Coach V segment later, she's going to be talking about if you can make someone fall in love with you.
Are you trying to make somebody fall in love with you, Anne? Is
Not
that why
really.
you're so excited?
But Pao might take notes.
I think
later.
this segment, this is going to be more you.
I'm gonna make those
I-
concert organizers fall in love so that they can send free tickets our way.
Okay, all right. So let me
yan.
know how that works
I
out.
don't think that's how it works.
All right, guys, we have a lot in store for you, but first we begin with the news. For motorists, this time a round of mixed movements in fuel prices is in effect this week. Gasoline will increase by 70 centavos per liter, while diesel will go down by more than a peso a liter. Kerosene will have a rollback of 90 centavos per liter. The Energy Department has said factors for the adjustment include an increase in U.S. oil inventory and continued uncertainty surrounding President Donald Trump's tariff threats.
On to some serious business. The Department of Agriculture declares food security emergency due to the extraordinary increase in local rice prices. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Laurel says the emergency declaration will help stabilize the market and protect consumers from further price hikes by allowing the release of rice buffer stocks from the National Food Authority. The food security emergency will be in effect until it is lifted or withdrawn, with a review scheduled every 4 months. Now, from updates on fuel to food, we bring you more news that you can use right now. Paolo will now give us today's forecast from Weather HQ. Paolo, take it away.
Thanks, Mo. Let's take a look at the local weather. Now at 5 a.m. today, Pag-asa says the northeast monsoon is affecting the northern and central Luzon regions, while the easterlies are affecting the rest of the country. Over in northern Luzon, the northeast monsoon is expected to bring cloudy skies with light rains and scattered rain showers all over the Cagayan Valley, Cordillera Administrative Region as well. Now, you can expect rains as well in the central parts of Luzon, particularly over in Aurora and in Quezon. Quezon right over here. Let me move on so you can see that. Now, over here in Metro Manila and the Ilocos region, as well as the rest of the central Luzon and Calabarzon, you can expect partly cloudy skies with isolated light rains. Now, over down south, let's go to Mindanao. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will occur due to the easterlies, particularly in Surigao del Sur, Davao Oriental, and Davao de Oro. So these areas right here on the eastern part of Mindanao. Now, the rest of the country can expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms that'll be likely throughout the day. All residents are advised to be prepared for possible flash floods or landslides during moderate to, at times, heavy rains. Now let's see if the weather is affecting our sea conditions. A gale warning has been issued for seaboards of northern Luzon, particularly in Batanes, Cagayan, including the Babuyan Islands, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur. Now, mariners in these areas are strongly urged to avoid going out to sea due to the expected rough to very rough sea conditions, with waves potentially reaching heights of 2.8 to 4.5 meters. Back to you guys.
The Senate approves on third and final reading the bill that seeks to postpone the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao elections from May to October 2025. 18 senators voted in favor, no abstention, and only Senator Grace Poe opposed. The elections is postponed for 5 months, meaning it could proceed in October. Senator Mig Zubiri supports the postponement, but he hopes the BICAM won't extend it any longer.
Kailangan natin ng panahon para may balik po natin muli ang tanong sa mga kababayan natin sa Sulu, sa ating mga kapatid na Tausug, if they want to go back to the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region.
In world news, U.S. President Donald Trump paused new tariffs on Mexico for 1 month after Mexico agreed to reinforce its northern border. The agreement also includes a U.S. commitment to prevent trafficking of high-powered weapons to Mexico. The two leaders spoke by phone on Monday, just hours before U.S. tariffs on Mexico, China, and Canada were set to take effect. Trump says they will use the month-long suspension to engage in further negotiations.
A global economic slowdown may happen following the United States trade war with other countries. In an interview with BNC's Agenda, RCBC Chief Economist Michael Rickford, however, says U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to impose big tariffs on countries like Canada, Mexico, China, and even the European Union may also benefit the Philippines and other ASEAN countries.
Diversify yung mga foreign direct investments, imbis na puro sa China lang, maaaring mapunta sa ASEAN at kasama yung Pilipinas. Doon po tayo makikinabang kasi ano naman talagang kaalyado ng US ang Pilipinas in this side of the world .
Cities across the U.S. are seeing protests as part of the nationwide Day Without Immigrants movement. The campaign is aimed at condemning Trump's mass deportation plan. The protests are meant to highlight the critical contributions of immigrant labor from agriculture and beyond.
Moving on to sports, let's go to the NBA. The post-Luka Doncic era in Dallas is off to a rough start. In a press conference, Maverick head coach Jason Kidd admits it will take time for them to adjust without Doncic, who has been a big part of the franchise for the past 6 years. Dallas absorbed a 43-point beatdown against the Cleveland Cavaliers, his first game since trading the Slovenian superstar to the Los Angeles Lakers in a blockbuster deal. Speaking of Doncic, well, can't spell Luka without L.A. It's touchdown Los Angeles for the 5-time All-Star as the Lakers rolled out the red carpet for their newest superstar. Apart from teaming up with LeBron James, Doncic is also reuniting with a former teammate in La La Land, current Lakers head coach J.J. Redick. Now, more wheeling and dealing around the association. It's goodbye Sacramento and hello San Antonio for De'Aaron Fox. According to ESPN's Sham Charania, the Kings are sending the All-Star and Jordan McLaughlin to the Spurs as part of the 3-team deal with the Chicago Bulls. Sacramento, in return, receives 2 players, including All-Star and former Slam Dunk King Zach LaVine, and a couple of first- and second-round draft picks. The Bulls, on the other hand, get 3 players, including Zach Collins, a 2025 first-round pick. Fox is expected to provide a significant boost to the Spurs as he joins forces with French big man Victor Wembanyama and a veteran point guard Chris Paul. Back here at home, still on sports, the search is on for the PBA as Asia's pioneering basketball league looks to finalize its list of 50 greatest players. The PBA official website reports Hall of Famers El Presidente Ramon Fernandez and the fortune cookie Atoy Ko and the triggerman Alan Kaidik will lead the panel in selecting 10 additional players to the elite club. The league currently has 40 individuals on its greatest players list. PBA Commissioner Willie Marcial says the panel will convene on Thursday, February 6.
Sad news in entertainment. Meet Your Garden star Barbie Sue has died at the age of 48. The Taiwanese actress succumbed to flu-triggered pneumonia while in Japan. Barbie was best known as Sanchai in the hit drama series where actor Jerry Chan played Dao Ming-soo. Her co-star Ken Chu posted a black photo on Instagram, as well as a photo of them with the rest of the F4.
Now on to some lighter entertainment news. Beyonce finally wins Grammy's Best Album trophy with her 8th album, Cowboy Carter. The ceremony's star, Kendrick Lamar's smash hit, Not Like Us, wins 5 Grammys, including Song and Record of the Year. He even took a swipe at his rival Drake with his fashion choice, wearing a Canadian tuxedo or a denim-on-denim outfit. This comes ahead of Kung Fu Kenny's headlining act at the halftime show of Super Bowl 59 later this month. Meanwhile, 2024 really was the year of pop Femini Nom Non, with Chappell Roan winning the Best New Artist Grammy. K-daughter Sabrina Carpenter bagged the Best Pop Vocal Album for Short and Sweet. We are wearing denim on denim. So
Yes.
is this a Canadian look? I had no idea.
I had no idea too.
Yeah,
Akala
when I was
ko-
reading it, I said, oh.
But I thought it was a
Batang Quiapo
Justin.
yung peg ko eh. Hindi ko
Akala
alam
ko,
na
Batang
ano to.
Quiapo, I love
Pang Canada to.
But I thought it was a Justin. I thought it was a Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears look.
I don't know what that is.
Right? Because they appeared.
I didn't get your reference.
No,
I'm
it's
so
okay.
sorry.
But do you understand Britney Spears and
Yeah,
Britney Spears,
Justin
yes.
Timberlake.
Okay, okay.
Batang Quiapo one.
Yeah, let's not dive into it, okay? Let's just not, all right?
Here we go
the
again.
point is,
Here we go
the
again.
point is,
Pag nag-guess si Coco Martin dito, he should be wearing a
I'll
denim.
give him a high five. I mean,
I'm loving the denim on denim look.
It is nice.
Denim on denim
This is
works.
actually
Cute.
denim on
That's
white
not denim. No, I'm just saying that the look works.
Yes.
I didn't know it was Canadian.
I
do
same.
remember the
Maybe
Britney
it's
Spears
just a
dress.
Justin
Yes, and Justin
Timberlake
Timberlake.
reference. Do you have any reference to denim?
Yeah, Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Just making sure.
I don't know the Filipino references.
It's okay.
Obviously.
Okay lang yan. Okay
we
lang
all
yan.
know that, guys.
Yeah.
It's not
Relax,
really a popular
Paolo.
one. Si Paolo ang nagsabi.
No, actually, no. Ay, naalala ka lang. I'm pretty sure I've seen a
Yes,
look
yes.
like that, right?
Yes, that's true.
Pwede rin naman yung mga, what the artists we used to wear nung Manila Sound, di ba? Nung
Yes,
70s.
correct.
Diba?
At saka yung denim jacket that is just so timeless.
Yeah, no, this is the retro
You know, my outfit's
version.
cute. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I-
I'm gonna start a denim on denim look, okay? Y'all can talk over there and banter about stuff
But
I have no idea
congratulations to
about.
Beyonce finally
Yeah.
winning an Album of the Year award, right?
Queen
Yeah,
Bee.
I mean, congratulations to her. I mean, I'm actually surprised that it's her first, I believe.
It's her
Same,
first.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
I didn't
And
realize it was
she
her
won doing the country genre, so
Yeah.
it's
I
really
know.
surprising. But yay!
Yeah. I
killing
mean,
it in every
congratulations to
genre.
her. And I honestly thought she's already won that.
Same.
So I'm like, okay, now all is right in the
Nominated but
world.
never won.
Yeah,
Now
actually.
finally she has
like
that
Leo,
trophy to bring home.
nominated
Yes.
always, but he never won.
That's true. But you know what? Speaking of winners, we got one coming right up.
Yes. We've got more stories and conversations for you guys as Spain looks to secure a third straight title at the Mr. International pageant. The reigning king, Fran Zafra, will join us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
First, updated, on top of everything, and focused on the things that matter most. This is who you want to be. So scan your digital boxes now and search for Bilyonaryo News Channel. Always on top.
if you're still watching, it's a beautiful day. We've also got some beautiful people on the show. Our guest today helped secure Spain's dominance in the Mr. International pageant for the second straight year. What can we expect during his reign and beyond? Let's go find out. We have with us, live in the studio, Mr. International 2024, Fran Zafra. Buenos dias, Fran. I actually practiced an intro. So, buenos dias, Fran. Bienvenido al programa. ¿Cómo estás?
Thank you very much. You speak well.
That's it, actually.
Are you Spanish?
No, I'm not. I dubbed Spanish telenovelas, but that's as far as I go. So if you answer, I'm just gonna nod like, good.
Let's speak well.
But then, of course, first of all, congratulations.
Yes.
Big honor. Second time for the Spanish to win in a row. And obviously, big question is, did you feel pressure at all in trying to go back-to-back for Spain?
First, it's my first interview in Philippines TV.
We're so honored.
It's my
Thank you for
first
coming.
interview. It's an honor for me to be here. My English is not good, but I will try to do my best.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for your question, the pressure is always with me because the last year winner was Spanish, Jose Calle.
Yeah.
But I work very hard, and I know that I have possibility to win. And finally, I win.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you so
How
much.
did you feel when they called your name up and you found out that you won?
Yeah, it's a lot of feels, a lot of sense because I have I work hard to come here. I won Mr. International Spain against 54 contestants, high-level contestant, and it's a trophy for my work. I think.
How has your life changed now that you have that title, Mr. International?
I never traveled to other country. And when I won, I travel to, I meet Philippines, I meet India. I hope to meet Cambodia, Vietnam, all ASEAN country. I never see an ASEAN country, and it's a pleasure for me.
How are you liking the Philippines?
Yeah, is it your first time here?
No, it's
in the
my second
Philippines?
time in
Second
Philippines.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first time in the pageant in November.
Okay.
In the last November.
Yeah.
And this is my second time, but this time I enjoy more the Philippines. I meet Manila. It's the first time that I come to Manila. Last time I go to Cebu.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Love
nice.
Cebu.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Manila too.
Yeah. And of course, you're coming to this. Let's learn more about you. You're very young, and at the same time, you're studying to be a policeman. Why are you studying to be a policeman? Has that always been your dream? And of course, why did you decide to do pageants at the same time?
Yeah, I was military for years. When I have 18 years old, I go to the army. And my national director in Spain talked to me if I want to participate in a pageant, Spanish pageant.
Yeah.
And I think, why not? Why not? And I do the pageants, I won. And until that, I go to do a lot of photo shoots, pageant, model. And I like this world, I love. But since I was a child, I dreamed of being a police officer. I like to care people and to serve my country.
Have you ever lost a pageant?
No.
So this isn't your first.
Not yet.
This isn't your first pageant, or
He's one
it's
in
my-
Spain. Yeah.
In Spain and in Philippines, and
Okay.
I win the two
Okay.
pageants.
Yeah.
So I need to sit by him. I need his love.
now that you have been exposed to the world of male pageantry, fashion, entertainment, do you plan to still pursue a career in law enforcement, or do you also want to pursue a career in, let's say, fashion, modeling?
Yeah, I hope to work like a model in fashion. No more pageant, No more.
No more
No more,
pageants?
no more.
Okay.
No, I went to pageant. If
That's
I
enough.
do
Yeah,
another,
go out
it's
with a
enough.
bang.
Yeah.
Retire
Yeah.
while you're on top.
No losing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
important. Yeah.
And now I hope to do a model, an actor in Spain. Now I have many more events like Madrid Fashion Week, TV show programs, and is cool. I try.
So clearly you love fashion. How would you describe your fashion style?
Depend of the people. I describe my fashion, normal fashion. Depend of the occasion. If you are in your more elegance or more casual.
Yeah, so it's a
depend
variety.
the situation. Yeah.
Do you have a dream collaboration or like a brand you would love to work with in fashion?
I love Calvin Klein, big brands.
The big brands.
I love Bench,
Yeah.
the Filipino
I
Bench.
can totally see him doing all the
Bench.
swimsuit ads for Calvin Klein
Hi,
and
Bench.
Bench.
Yeah, and having all
Hi, Bench.
Hi,
This is
Tito
Fran.
Bench.
all those billboards along EDSA, right, with his face.
Yeah, don't
on
forget
it.
about
Wow.
us when you're on the billboard, okay?
Yes.
Take us with you.
Hi, Bench. This is Fran. Fran, that is Bench.
Hello, Bench. Nice to meet you, Bench.
But you
of
know
course-
what? He mentioned that ever since he was a child, you always wanted to be a police officer. You wanted to help people. Now that you have that title as Mr. International, how can you use that title, this platform, to be able to help people as well?
My responsibility as Mr. International is to inspire next generation with leadership and serve as example to youngest to fight for their dreams and do a better society. Is my son's. In Spain, I have an expression that's mean grain of sand. My grain of sand.
Yeah.
Can you
Grain
say
of
it in
grain,
Spanish?
mi granito de tierra. Granito de tierra.
Granito.
Okay,
I got that.
I'm gonna dub that after the show.
All right.
Okay.
Before we get sidetracked there, I mean, like normally when you enter pageants, people ask you what you care about, what you want to promote, what you want to advocate for. Is there anything in particular that's close to your heart that you want to talk about more when it comes to helping people? Because that is in your nature. That's what you want to do. But is there any cause in particular that you want to help the most?
Yeah. I hope to carry out charitable activities here in Philippines and in all countries of Asia. I hope to meet more countries and to be an example for the next generation. They are the future of the world, and it's important to care us and to give us education.
Yes. Yeah,
So you know what's amazing? Your confidence coming to the Philippines and speaking in a predominantly English newscast, correct? Where you know, I just love
We're
your
a little Spanish now.
Oh, just a little
We're a little
Spanish.
Spanish now.
I am a bit Spanish, so my Spanish ancestors are not happy with me right now with my Spanish.
Like my English, don't worry.
No, your English is great. And so I love your confidence. And I know in pageantry, you have to have a certain confidence to win it. So for those struggling with confidence, what's your advice?
Self-confidence is important. It's important to you must to know that you are the best. You must to
Self-belief.
self-belief. Always to you dream, you can dream. You must to self-belief.
Yeah, I understand.
Always.
Who gives you that confidence? Is there anyone in particular who told you that you can always do it? Because you're trying to inspire other people. Who inspired you?
My father, my family, my job, my last job. I was military for 4 years. This experience that teach me a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest takeaway doing this pageant for you?
Your biggest lesson.
Your biggest
Yes.
lesson?
I to coabide with myself. It's the first time that I travel alone.
Oh, okay.
Long travel. And it teach me to meet me more.
Yeah, you learned a
Yeah,
lot
it's
about yourself.
important. It's
So I know
traveling alone.
he's going to be traveling a lot now that you are, Mr. International. Is there a country on your bucket list that you really are excited to go to and learn about their culture and
Yeah.
everything?
You mentioned all the ASEAN countries. Is there
Yeah.
anywhere else?
Yes.
Top one, Philippines, of
Okay,
course.
of course.
Of
That's why we're here.
course.
All right.
Have
okay.
you gone around
Good.
the Philippines? Not really.
No,
Have you checked out the beaches?
I meet only Manila and Cebu.
Oh, you
And
gotta check out our
I
beaches.
come back
Yeah,
again, and
yeah.
I hope to meet all Philippines. I love Philippines.
Yeah. You know what? I have a feeling the Philippines will love you back.
Yes.
Just.
I know.
We're gonna
looking
see
at
your
all
face
that.
on billboards pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Yeah.
Hi, bench.
Hi, Bench. Nice to meet you, Bench.
But all joking aside, if you do end up, we have this thing on the show
Yup.
wherein if our guest asks for it,
Yeah.
they get it.
Yes.
Like if they
We
ask, if they
manifest.
have a dream, if they have something that they want to work with, someone they want to work with, it happens for some reason.
It happens.
Yeah.
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 So, hello, Ben.
Hello, Bench.
Yes.
Let's manifest that.
I would also love to
Yeah.
be. Let me lose some weight, but I also want to be part of that.
No, it only works for them, not for us. But I
I don't
Yeah,
know.
for
Maybe.
us.
yeah, but how many times has she asked for tickets and not gotten any, right?
Actually, that's true.
Why
Not
don't
just for a
Ben Chan
guest.
is watching, sir? We're also included.
All joking aside here, a lot of people will be wondering, of course, again, still talking about you, learning more about you. I've also heard, or at least our writers have heard, that you're also an athlete. Is that still a part of your life?
Repeat, please.
Sorry, I've heard that. I've
You
heard
talk
that.
too fast
sorry,
for
yeah,
me,
it's too
slowly.
fast. It's my fault.
Don't worry, don't
Fran.
worry.
No, but I heard you're also into sports. You're an athlete as well.
Yeah, all my life I do a sport. In Spain, all the kids.
Football?
Football is the main sport. I practice football all my life, but now I care myself. I go to the gym. I go to work
Yeah.
to see me better, and for my mental health.
Yeah.
It's important. It's-
Fitness is very important for your mental health as well.
Yeah. In Spain, the third cause of death is the suicide. It's important to care the mental health.
I understand. Well, Fran, we're going to have to wrap things up for you. But then for those who want to see you, or for those who want to go and follow you on social media, where can they find you?
I define like smiling, nice, empathic, and funny. I always smile. I am a simple guy, normal guy.
So we actually had a mistranslation there because I asked where they can find you on social media. It's right there underneath. There it is, Instagram. You can follow
your Instagram
at Fran
handle.
Zafra _4 there in the social media. Fran, we really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much.
You are one of our first international guests
Yes,
here.
thank you so
And,
much.
we're
That's
really
fun.
grateful.
It's
to
an
have
honor
you
for
on.
me. Thank you so much. Thank
All
you very
right.
much.
Okay, so that'll do it. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Fran Zafra, Mr. International 2024. Now, when we return, we'll have our global weather update after the break. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Beauty, adventure,
I do agree with that. I would rather spend my money on travel.
we got you. Join Marie Lozano where she uncovers the untold stories and surprises in the world of lifestyle.
Let me get my geek on. That was so amazing.
The Lifestyle Lab on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. get to the latest stories.
The Philippines bags a historic bronze at the 2025 Asia-Pacific Women's Lacrosse Championship.
The updates.
Table tennis power duo siblings brought home medals from the WTT Youth Contender.
The scores and what to celebrate in the world of sports.
I'm Anton Rojas.
And I'm Erica Christensen.
On the scorecard.
Where sports is our business.
Business is our sport.
Only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Now let's take a look at some serious news first. The first 3 impeachment complaints filed against Vice President Sara Duterte will finally be submitted to House Speaker Martin Romualdez this week, 2 months after the initial complaint was lodged before the chamber. House Secretary General Reginald Velasco says that based on the House rules, the House Speaker will have 10 days to refer the complaint before the plenary. Another mode will be to refer the complaints before the Committee on Justice, or if a third of the House members will sign them. The complaints can be directly transmitted to the Senate to start the impeachment trial. Velasco, however, admits it's going to be a tedious process and the trial may not be finished in the 19th Congress.
I think we have given them enough time, so we will have to transmit the impeachment complaints within this week. Anytime, 1/3 of the members can endorse it, can sign a complaint in my presence, and then diretso yun sa Senate. Hindi na dadaan sa Committee on Justice.
The House and the Senate can accept a 4th impeachment complaint until Wednesday based on their calendar of business.
The House of Representatives approved several measures on third and final reading. First is the House Bill 11357, strengthening the Philippine healthcare system to achieve efficiency and equity and to improve public health emergency preparedness. Second is House Bill 11286, strengthening the administration of excise tax on tobacco products, cigarettes, and vapor products. Third is House Bill 11317, providing additional ground for canceling the certificate of candidacy of a candidate and making the acts of nuisance candidate an election offense.
The Department of Health assures the public the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation has enough funds to pay for the health benefits for all Filipinos this year. It says there's a 10% increase in benefits for PhilHealth members this year based on the agency's 284 billion peso corporate operating budget since January 1st. Health Secretary Ted Herbosa explains the transfer of PhilHealth's excess, unused, and idle funds to the National Treasury allowed the corporation to maximize the use of its budget.
Local officials in Malay Aklan prepare for the influx of cruise ships by upgrading Boracay's infrastructure. These include port facilities, tourist services, and relocating ship docking point near the jetty port for passenger convenience. 17 vessels are expected to dock on the island this year, nearly double last year's number.
Now, is Boracay's weather as stunning as its views and people? Absolutely. According to Metro Weather System, and just today's forecast, you can see picturesque as the white sands. Expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures that will have you feeling just right. Day kicks off at 9 a.m. with a comfy 28 degrees Celsius. Feels like temperature. Sticking around until 1 p.m. But hold on, at 2 p.m. the heat peaks at a warm 29 degrees Celsius. Perfect for those beach vibes. And by 4 p.m. things cool down just a little bit to 28 degrees Celsius. As the sun sets, you'll get a refreshing 27 degrees Celsius to wrap up your tropical day. Now, whether you're lounging or exploring, Boracay's weather is giving you all the island feel. So go around and shop and look for those hidden gems. Now on to the global weather. In Australia, authorities have warned that the flood risk remains high in northeastern Queensland. Queensland Premier David Crisafulli reported 11 swift water rescues overnight and 480 requests for assistance from the state emergency services. noting it had been their busiest night so far. The flooding, which has claimed at least one life, was caused by heavy rainfall from a low-pressure system carrying tropical moisture, with totals reaching up to 300 millimeters or rainfall in 24 hours. This flood follows a pattern of frequent severe flooding in eastern Australia, including the once-in-a-century floods in Northern Territory in January 2023 during a multi-year La Nina event. Now planning a trip to Denmark. Here's a fun fact. February is one of the darkest months of the year in the country. But don't worry, Copenhagen's Light Festival has you covered. Running from January 31 to February 23, the city is sparkling with 40 stunning light installations across bridges and buildings. It's the perfect way to chase away the winter gloom. You can take a walking or canal tour to see the glowing art, and there's plenty more to enjoy, like light treasure hunts, concerts, a silent disco, and even a light run. So pack your winter coat and get ready to light up your February.
Who knew you could combine nail spa and a cafe? Well, that sounds perfect to me. After the break, get to know Tulua, a dual concept brand bringing beauty and ambiance together. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musni. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey.
We empower.
This country deserves a real choice in the next election.
We motivate.
Do not invest money that you're not able to afford to lose.
Changes that are vital.
We're monitoring the sale of these products online.
Follow the Money with Rain Musni.
Keep it here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Always on top.
At BNC, 12 noon doesn't mean break. We're always ready to give you the latest news, even at noon.
And those are the news this hour. Here at home, the Commission on Elections assures the Public Attorney's Office files new complaints. NGCP assures the public its Chinese investors are no threat.
Join Maya Rodriguez, delivering fresh news for you. News feed at noon.
Keep it here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The latest news, national issues.
For universal health care, the law is established, the implementing rules and regulations, even the budget has been defined.
The political scene.
I'm glad that he made that perfectly clear, that they will always be behind us.
And conversations with prominent personalities.
There's only one reason, politics. They want them out. What is dangerous, we might have a reorganization of governments.
All these firsthand at the forefront.
Hello, welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Here's to my girls out there. Getting our nail game on point is a form of self-care. Newly manicured nails can easily brighten moods and ease stress. But what else better to pair with those freshly painted nails but a cool and healthy drink in hand? That's exactly what Tulua had in mind with their nail spa and cafe. Now to talk more about their dual concept organic wellness retreat, joining us on the show, Andrea Natividad, CEO and Operations Manager of Tulua Key Wellness Group Incorporated. It's a beautiful day, Andrea. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Of course. Well, I want to say thank you because for all the girls out there, like my intro said, this is such a great place for me to get everything. It's a one-stop shop.
Yes.
So can you tell me, how did you think of the dual concept for Tulua?
We actually focus on the wellness and the usual pamper day, wherein, just a regular trip in the nail salon somehow uplifts the spirits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like restores, even for a regular housewife or for every girl or woman. And then came the game changer, which is the pandemic. And then aside from beauty, we wanted to highly focus on changing the cafe culture, wherein you can have the total wellness retreat. So that's what Tulua stands for, wherein you can, have your a regular manicure or services, but it's focused on the skills and everything, the food from the cafe, the drinks. So it's sugar-free, highly focused on total wellness retreats.
Right.
So yes, it's a one-stop shop.
I love it. You mentioned earlier you had all these different services. Can you walk us more with what services you guys offer?
Tulua is actually focused on skilled services like Russian manicure and extensions and nail repair. So these services helps the busy person, the busy woman, or even like anybody who's suffering from nail biting or just very thin nails. So we have those things. Highly focused on organic products as well. So yes, so it's the first concept wherein you will have your nail spa and a cafe in one visit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my visit. I was getting my nails done and eating.
I'm curious about that Russian manicure.
I just don't know what that is.
But you can still do like a gentleman's foot spa and everything.
Is that like a gel polish?
Russian manicure is actually dry manicure, so there's no water or anything liquid involved. So it's usually best for nail growth and anybody who wanted to like more of like a defined manicure.
Oh, interesting.
So it's best if you have like a nail biter or very small nail bed. So it actually helps you grow your nails more.
That is interesting.
Do you need that, Anne?
Well, I can try. I love getting my nails done. You know, I read an article about this trend for 2025, the nail trend, where the clean nails are in.
It's the clean girl
the
nails,
beige
right.
Here, focus on my fingers.
Mine's as well.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Don't look at I need to go to the store. I'm actually on my way to schedule. Because one of her branches is down the street from my house. But I know aside from nails, you guys do lashes. And I've also never heard of LED lashes before. You've heard of lash extensions, but what is LED lash extension?
So it's the game changer for anybody who actually prefers a lash extension because it's actually a little bit, it's actually better than your usual lashes because there's no tears, there's no, like when you get hurt by the glue or something. It actually minimizes the risk of allergies or anything like that.
Oh, wow. And because I know you get your lashes done.
Yeah, I always get my lashes done. So it dries the glue up.
Yes, it's an
for
instant dry, 1 to 2 seconds. So it's actually a lot pain-free and much more comfortable than your usual regular lashes.
Does it cut the process as well for the lashes?
Yes, it has longer retention.
Oh, wow.
So I think Paolo is kind of like left out or something. Like
does it last longer?
Like, yes.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
No, I have a feeling I'd spend for things like this.
You know what, guys?
Also, girlfriend, he's already thinking for Valentine's Day. That's why.
But all joking aside, though, I'm sure you also have some male clientele coming in.
Yes.
Typically, what do they normally avail of? And also, is a cafe a good place to wait for their girlfriends?
Of course. Yes.
Exactly.
So you can just accompany your partner or girlfriend, but there are services specifically made for men,
really?
like elite foot spa that comes with a massage, a gentleman's pedicure, and Himalayan salt scrub.
Okay.
All designed for the gentleman.
All right, bro, kita tayo dun. But of course, all joking aside, I was talking to the girls a while ago, and a lot of them are. The thing is that whenever something new comes out, it becomes like a trend for the year, right? Very early on, I know it's only been a month into 2025, but have you already seen a certain trend developing based on the clientele that you have already received throughout the year?
Actually, for this year, for every year, there's like a nail trend that, all of the girls are always talking about. But like for this year, it's really about the clean girl nails or just the simplicity and just attention to detail when you're having your manicure, like no fuss services. And a lot of people are into wellness, which is really highly focused in Tulua, wherein there's a lot of natural products and organic products that you use all throughout the service. And when you go to the cafe, so it's just really one of the plus things because you can have the smoothie bowls or fresh pressed juice. Yeah. So it kind of like, wrap the whole wellness retreat.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the cafe because I kid you not. I have been to a spa before, a nail spa, with a partner, and I had to wait, and all I had was a blanket in the corner. but honestly,
manicure, pedicure ka na din.
No, that wasn't part of it. No, but all joking aside, of course, this is a hybrid concept. You say it's one of the first in the Philippines for sure. I mean, like, how has the reception been with your clientele?
Well, for the expansion is really great, and then we're opening a lot of stores. It's highly focused on wellness, so it's one of the edge right now. So aside from beauty, creating that different cafe culture wherein you can just go to a place where you can, grab a smoothie bowl and add your protein shake, or protein mix, or a fresh pressed juice. Like making your wellness journey easier for everyday life.
Yeah, for sure, especially for the men, like Paolo said, with the cafe, and for us, when we get our nails done, we're always hungry, so it's nice to have that option. You mentioned earlier that you guys just opened another branch. How many branches do you guys have now, and where can people find Tulua?
Okay, we have 8 at the moment. So we have in Angeles, we have in Commonwealth, we have in Scout Rallios, which is very near our place. And also we have one in Makati that recently opened. But we just launched the Tulua Cafe, which is at SMDC Air Mall, which is in Makati. So like what I said a while ago, we wanted to change the cafe culture, wherein there's a lot of sugars and everything. So we wanted the wellness drink to be much more accessible for your daily, daily cafe runs. So the coffee is still there, but highly focused really on fresh pressed juice, and everything's natural and sugar-free.
I love that. So aside from fresh pressed juice, smoothies, and coffee, what other food products do you guys serve at the cafe?
There's pasta, no meat pasta, and then also there's like sandwiches and Rallios as a pizza. So it's a sourdough pizza.
Oh, and you know what? Showing smoothie bowls. I'm so hungry.
the smoothie bowls are the highlights of everything in the poop bowls.
Oh, there's a croissant.
I'm gonna wait for the day when you serve wine.
Iba
You're not there to get drunk, but like wine and then have your nails done, right? That's very classy.
Well, we have that on spa parties.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you can
Champagne, right, and everything. Nice.
Naghanap ka na ng wine sa ano.
No, listen, we had breakfast.
The partner of the family.
We had breakfast the other day, and she got a cocktail at like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's never too early to have a cocktail. But you know what? Now that we
it's
have
happy hour somewhere.
Exactly.
Guys, magtrabaho po kayo. That doesn't necessarily mean a drink in the middle of the day. But all joking aside.
We have a nail expert already in the house. And you know what? Some of the problems of women out there, they have thin nails and they can't have their nails done every time, right? Like they have to rest it for a couple of months because it gets really thin. Do you have any advice for those women who have thin nails, brittle nails? So how do they take care of their nails?
We have a service that's called the nail repair. So it's actually focused on the Russian manicure, which what I mentioned earlier, that helps your nail grow. And also there's called a bayab, or a builder in a bottle. So it actually acts as an overlay and make your nails thicker and stronger. So it lasts longer than your regular manicure. So it's actually best really for those with very, very thin or damaged nails, or just a person that actually cannot go to the nail salon as often.
Yeah. And for those, of course, who do have damaged nails, or normally, where does the damage come from?
Sometimes like other people really, has a very thin nails, and then sometimes it's just really when you're cutting it too short, like almost close to your skin, or when you're nail biting, or just really like some lack of nutrients or something.
I mean,
but there's a lot of like in Tulua we have like a lot of nail oils and balms specifically made for this kinds of concerns. So they are organic and just made for the store itself.
I think that's definitely one of the things that I want to try at Tulua because my nails have become really thin after all the gel polish, right? But you are there regularly, right?
Yes.
So what's your favorite service?
Right now I'm resting my nails, but you mentioned the Russian manicure. I've never had that done in my life. I've never heard of it, but once I had that, it's a game changer because it really lasts all
longer.
Like, I don't know, all day, all month. Like, normally a normal gel polish would last like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it chips.
yeah, yeah.
This lasted me like 4 weeks about. And it's amazing.
You're gonna
the
grow it out
quality-
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, I had to get it out because it was looking so ratchet because it was growing out. So right now my nails are due for Tulua. But like I
Just
said,
go
it was a
visit.
game changer for me. And honestly, the whole ambiance of Tulua too, I loved it. How did you guys design the inside? For me, when I went to the Scout Rallius branch, it looked like very Bali inspired. Where did you get the idea for the concept to design the interiors?
So it's for the guys like Paolo, wherein like when you accompany your girlfriend or your partner.
We need a place to park.
I know.
It is actually a gender-neutral place,
Yeah.
wherein
Yeah.
you know you feel comfortable whether you're going with your husband or spouse or friend. So also it induced like a tropical vibe because we wanted the whole relaxation, not just from the service or also from the cafe and the whole interior. So it's like an overall package.
Yeah, no, I love it. You guys have to visit Tulua. So for those of our viewers that are interested, you mentioned the 8 branches, but online, where can they book and find you guys?
You can find us on Instagram and then also visit the website. It's tuluawellness.com.ph. But in all of the social media, just type Tulua.
Thank
right.
you so much. We're all gonna go there for
Yeah,
a quick
definitely.
study.
Please, please,
After the
please.
show,
And
let's
Paolo
all
too.
go.
Guys, kita tayo sa cafe.
Yes,
alright? Tara, bro.
Okay, bro.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Andrea
Thank you.
Natividad, CEO and Operations Manager of Tulua Key Wellness Group Incorporated. Now, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas plans to cut interest rates by 50 basis points this year after the release of weaker than expected economic data. Sujin Kim tells us more.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is studying the possibility of loosening monetary policy following the latest GDP growth figures. While GDP is a crucial indicator, BSP Governor Eli Remolona Jr. stresses that it must be assessed alongside other economic factors before any policy decision.
It's one of the data points that, especially important data point, but it's a matter of checking whether the number, the GDP number, puts us in. We look at it relative to what we call the output gap. Is it wide? Because right now we have a kind of a negative output gap. We're growing at a little bit below capacity, and whether that number widens that gap between our capacity and how much we're really growing.
If the output gap expands further, widening the distance between the economy's capacity and actual growth, the BSP may have to adopt a more accommodative monetary policy.
Well, the principle is we measure our capacity, and that will give us a number, and that's a very complicated thing. And then where are we relative to that capacity? Are we at capacity? Then that's the ideal thing, or are we above capacity? Then that tends to be inflationary. If we're below capacity, then that tends to be disinflationary.
But the output gap is just one factor. The BSP will also consider the latest inflation data set for release on Wednesday before deciding on its next move. For now, the possibility of interest rate cuts up to 50 basis points throughout the year remains on the table.
75 might be too much. Baka 50 kasi kailangan din natin ng konting policy insurance. Hindi not every meeting will see a policy rate decline.
Governor Remolona also expressed hope that the reserve requirement ratio could be lowered to 5%, a 200 basis point reduction. Sujin Kim, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And we've got more stories for you guys later on the show. And as we go on a break, we give you today's horoscope from Feng Shui Master Hans Kua. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Good morning!
It's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans ko. Ito po ang horoscope for the day sa araw ng Martes, February 4. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, ang focus sa goal ay magdadala ng promotion, orange at 1. So gusto mo na mag-ingat sa sobrang pagod na maaring magdulot ng sakit, red at 5. Sa Tiger naman tayo magtabi ng porsyento sa iyong kita para sa future investment. Brown at 3. Sa Rabbit naman tayo ang bukas, ang open na communication ang magiging susi sa masayang relasyon. Purple at 9. Dragon naman tayo, huwag matakot magtanong ng financial advice sa mga expert. Blue at 7. Sa Snake naman tayo, magiging smooth ang takbo ng negosyo basta't mag-focus ka lang. Green at 2. Sa Year of the Horse naman isang project na matagal mo nang iniisip ang maaaring magsimula muli. Red at 5. Sa Ship naman tayo ang pagiging open mo. Sa feedback ay magpapabuti sa performance mo. White at 4. Sa Monkey naman ang pagdedeclutter ng bahay ay maaaring magdala ng dagdag na kita. Yellow at 8. Sa Rooster naman mag-ingat sa selos na maaaring makasira ng relasyon. Silver at 6. Dog naman tayo, isang sorpresa ang papasaya sa puso ngayong buwan. Gray at 1. At sa Year of the Pig naman nabantayan ang offers at promotions para makatipid. Purple at 3. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Ako po, si Master Hans Kua.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. An aviation lawyer explained some of the angles being looked at into as a possible cause of the air collision between a Black Hawk helicopter and a commercial aircraft in the U.S. This comes following the recovery of the black box of both the helicopter and the aircraft and the start of the National Transportation and Safety Board's probe on the tragedy. Brian Alexander tells BNC's Agenda the NTSB is expected to give a detailed preliminary update on the matter within 30 days. Alexander helps provide assistance to families of victims in determining the cause of the tragedy and be properly compensated for it.
I can tell you that at this point, there is evidence that has been made public, which, if it is confirmed, seems to suggest a couple things. First, that the Black Hawk helicopter may have been higher at a greater elevation than it was allowed to be along that helicopter route, which would obviously be negligence on behalf of the pilot of the helicopter. And then in addition, there is some focus on whether or not the helicopter pilot crew actually saw the aircraft, the jet that was landing on runway 33, which was being identified to it.
Senator Bato de la Rosa says he is stunned and heartbroken over the helicopter crash in Nueva Ecija, which transported him and his bodyguards to Baguio. De la Rosa and his bodyguards were picked up by the chopper in Imus, Cavite. And the senator says the flight went relatively smooth. From Baguio, the helicopter flew and landed in Binalonan, Pangasinan to refuel, and the chopper was set to return to Manila when it crashed in Gimba, Nueva Ecija. The female pilot was killed and was identified as the daughter of Bilyonaryo and Lion Air owner Archibald Poe.
Saka very smooth man yung flight namin going towards Baguio. Napaka-smooth at masaya kami sa flight. Wala akong naramdaman na anything na unusual.
Okay din panahon, sir?
Very good ang weather. Wala akong nakitang bad weather. Heartbroken ako ngayon. Kita ko yung bata na very bright yung future, 25 years old.
For the past few months, massive fires have hit Isla Puting Bato in Tondo, considered as Manila's biggest slum area. Thousands of residents who lost their homes insist on staying. Find out why in this special report by Francis Folve and Agatha Gregorio.
Agatha, have you heard of the recent fire incidents in Manila, particularly the one in Isla Puting Bato?
Yes, Francis. In fact, I heard there were several that happened one after another with thousands of families affected.
Yes, and despite the tragedy, many of the settlers still refuse to relocate.
That's why the government's help is particularly important. But why are there still residents on the island despite these consecutive tragedies?
Residents of Isla Puting Bato in Tondo, Manila are beginning to recover after the most recent fire on January 23, which broke out in early hours of the morning. The blaze reached the 5th alarm and destroyed around 30 houses in Purok 5. Authorities reported that the fire was caused by an overheated appliance in a 2-story house. One of the affected residents, Nanay Mila, is among the 90 families left homeless by the fire. Originally from Cebu, she moved to Isla Puting Bato nearly 3 decades ago in search of a better life. However, the new year started on a tragic note for her. First, she lost her husband, and now she has lost her home. She also started experiencing health issues after the incident.
Nahihilo ako lagi. Tapos ang daming umano sa akin. Mula pagkasunog po, dahil sa nervyos siguro to eh. Ang daming lumalabas sa akin ng ano. Tapos bigla ko nahihingal po.
For Nanay Mila, the physical distance between Isla Puting Bato and the bright towering buildings of the city across the sea symbolizes the vast gap between the rich and the urban poor.
Ayun nga, gusto namin po. Wala man tayong magawa. Wala tayong pera pang ano dyan. Opa. Dahil hirap man tayo.
Poverty also drove Elena Kaliwan and her family to settle in Isla Puting Bato. As long as they could make a living from the sea, surviving daily life seemed manageable. But the fire left them with almost nothing. Only their generator and their son's fishing boat. Even the small garlic selling business they relied on was reduced to ashes. Despite losing their home, they refused to leave the area. They now sleep on wooden planks beside the remains of the burned house. Thankfully, help from the local government and generous individuals allowed them to buy materials to start rebuilding their home and provided them with food supplies.
Yung binigay sa amin ng konting tulong, iyan po napatayo namin para na sa ganun, meron kami matulugang 4 na pamilya. Siyempre po, hindi ho namin akalain na ganun ang mangyayari. Nabigla kami, tapos nawala yung aming bahay, tapos hindi ho nakapag-aral mga anak ko ngayon kasi lahat ng gamit nila sa school nasunog.
Before 2024 ended, another massive fire struck a different part of Isla Puting Bato. On November 24, 2024, a fire engulfed 1,000 houses, affecting more than 2,000 families. According to Mimi Doringo, an urban poor leader, fires are one of the ways residents are pressured to leave the area.
Maraming nagaganap na mga pag-o-offer, no? Sinasabing may mga proyekto ang pamahalaan na itatayo sa komunidad, may mga sinasabing pera yung mga yung tao ng pera, 60,000 daw po o pabahay sa Montalban, yun ang ino-offer sa mga taga-Isla Puting Bato. At syempre, yung ginagawa po madalas na mga nagigiit na makuha yung lupa na tinitirhan ng mga residente ng komunidad, ay lagana po yung ginagawang panununog sa komunidad. Una kasi, kinakausap yung mga tao. Pag tumindig para sa kanyang karapatan, nandiyan po yung mga harassment, pananakot, no? Minsan nga, kinakasuhan pa yung mga leaders. At pag hindi pa rin po sila natinag, tumitindig pa rin sila, ang kasunod na po na ginagawa, taktika po ito ay panununog sa kanilang community.
However, Mayor Hani Lacuna's engagement with the residents of Isla Puting Bato has provided some assurance. She promised that no one will be forced to leave until proper housing and livelihood opportunities are secured for those affected.
For over a decade, the relocation plan for residents of Isla Puting Bato stayed just that, a plan awaiting execution. But this was signed in 2019, igniting hope that residents would finally have a permanent home. But the Office of the Manila Mayor spokesperson Princess Abante says funding has yet to materialize.
So, as it is, hindi pa rin sila magbibigyan ng permanent housing doon, and hindi rin naman natin sila basta pwedeng paalisin doon without any relocation. Ang problema din sa relocation, a lot of our informal settlers, kahit mabigyan sila ng mga relocation, they still go back doon sa area kasi din yung kanilang source of income.
According to the Urban Development and Housing Act of 1992, adequate housing, whether permanent or temporary, is needed before evicting the homeless or underprivileged. Abante says the Philippine Ports Authority allotted land for the relocation project done with the National Housing Authority and city government. Senator Cynthia Villar attended the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding, but Villar refused to comment on the possibility of relocation following the fires. For now, the local government is only able to provide financial assistance. Abante says 800 families affected by the fire in November have received 30,000 pesos each. Over 1,000 families await the financial aid.
Agatha, the residents I spoke with pointed out who wouldn't want a safe community if only the government would help. But they also say the government should not just make sure they have an adequate housing, but also there should be a livelihood opportunity for them.
Francis, the Office of the Manila Mayor clarified that these residents will not be driven away because the housing program will be done on Isla Puting Bato itself. And the LGU continues to coordinate with the national government to make sure this pushes through. But no news yet on where the residents will temporarily stay as the housing program is being done. I'm Agatha Gregorio.
And I'm Francis Polbe for the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Cybercrime authorities are urging the public to be vigilant this month against scams that are on the rise during the Valentine's season. Francis Falve returns with this report.
Love is in the air with Valentine's Day fast approaching. But according to the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center or CICC, scams are also in the air.
Historically, nakikita natin, may spike ang love scam. So maraming versions siya, no? Meron yung may tatawag sa iyo, lonely hearts, o may makikipagkaibigan sa iyo online. Ang target niya is to get yung feelings mo, mapahulog ka nila, at the end, kukunan ka ng pera.
Aside from the lonely heart scam, other rackets include investment scams or cryptocurrency scams, where victims are enticed to invest, promising big returns. The Nigerian scam, where victims are told their money is tied up and scammer needs their help to release it. The notorious budol-budol scam, where scammers pretend to have an emergency and ask for financial help.
Ang issue rito is, hulihin mo na ang damdamin mo. Diba? Kasi habang lumalapit yung event na yan, alam nyo ang Pilipino, napaka-romantic din. So, mataas ang probability, merong mabibiktima. And we want to preempt it para kumonte o wala nang mabiktima.
On social media platform like Meta or Facebook, several forums and groups have been created where scam victims can share their experiences and warn others. Like in this online conversation between a potential scammer and a Filipina. The scammer claimed to have problems with his company contract but promised to come to the Philippines to marry her once she sends 100,000 pounds. Fortunately, she did not fall for the trap.
Dadaanin nila na diligawan ka or talagang pahuhulugin damdamin mo. Kalimitan dito mga victims, mga babae, mga single na babae or widowed na babae, makakahanap ng AFAM, no? Or mga foreigner na guwaping, no? Or military in uniform. Yung pala mga peke. Peke yun. Scam pala ito? Scam lahat yan. And it's a global trend na nag-i-evolve palagi.
Recently, a lab scam made global headlines when a 53-year-old interior designer was tricked into believing she was in a relationship with Hollywood actor Brad Pitt. The scammer used artificial intelligence or AI, making the victim believe that the videos and pictures sent by her supposed boyfriend were legitimate. She was scammed for 1.5 years, and the painful part, her life savings of $850,000 were stolen. Brad Pitt's representative also warned the public against falling for these scams. With Valentine's Day approaching, the CICC has an important reminder.
Huwag ho kayo malungkot habang papalapit ang araw ng puso. Huwag ko kayo padadala sa matatanggap yung mga mensahe na nanliligaw sa inyo na complete stranger. Please iwasan nyo. Kaya marami na hong naloko rito. Marami na hong kababaihan na middle age to older nagbibigay ng pera sa isang hindi nila nakikita na tao.
Ramos adds, people should stop scouring the internet for love because the real thing might just be right around the corner. Francis Polbe, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Well, speaking of Valentine's, up ahead, get some love hacks from dating coach V herself on how to make your special somebody fall head over heels for you. You don't want to miss this. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Ciao, mabuhay. You are watching The Word Exposed.
Prepare our hearts as we dive deeper into our faith and receive the strength from God's Word. Join Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as he shares the reflection we need for the rest of the week.
We pray that the Word of God would find fulfillment in your life and His blessings be always upon you.
Every Sunday, 7 a.m. with replays at 3 p.m.
Former President Duterte and Congressman Ungab disclosed that the 2025 General Appropriations Act had several blank areas in the budget. Do you think it's accurate, and do you think the claim that the GAA would be unenforceable is correct?
Well, ako, honestly, I haven't seen the GAA yet.
Wala pang printed copy after it was passed.
Yes, so wala pang printed copy. If indeed the story of merong mga blanco is true, mali yun. And that should be invalidated.
Is that the first time that would have happened in the history of the Philippines?
Yes, if this was true, maybe. This is the first time I ever heard of this being done. Kasi I've been a member of Congress since 1998 and I haven't actually, in fairness naman, I cannot really categorically say that this particular budget for 2025 is flawed because I'm not a member of the BICAM.
Magandang gabi, ako po si Pinky Webb. At ako naman si Corina Sanchez Rojas.
Kombinasyong Corina Sanchez Rojas at Pinky Webb. Dalawang mamamahayag na subok sa tapang at talino.
Simulcast tayo sa DWAR, Abante Radyo at 94.7 Mellow BFM. Mapapanood din tayo sa Abante Teletabloid sa Sky Cable. Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
If PhilHealth will not do its job of paying us at once these claims, which are supposed to be advance payments for the benefits of these patients, then we will have a problem in our operational expenses. And for some smaller hospitals who do not have what they call a buffer for this funding, then they will experience problems in paying for the salaries of their staff and then buying additional supplies and goods and medicines for their patients. And that may cause our smaller hospitals to downsize and probably even close if payments are not made efficiently by PhilHealth.
And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. A streamlined Mercedes-Benz raced by Sterling Moss and Juan Manuel Fangio has become the most expensive Formula One car sold at an auction. The sleek silver W196R was fetched at a Stuttgart auction for 51.16 million euros, or $43 million. The buyer was said to have made the winning bid over the phone and chose to remain anonymous. The car is one of only 4 complete examples in existence. It was driven to victory by Fangio at the non-championship Buenos Aires Grand Prix in 1955.
I do think in our lifetime
none such car will be auctioned off. If I would be the owner, I wouldn't auction off because it has a race history. It was driven by the most important drivers, I would say, ever. Lewis, notwithstanding his glory, and it is the most beautiful race car ever built, and never ever will any formula allow you to build such a nice, wonderful, beautiful racing car. So that makes it extremely special. I think the engine is 8-cylinder engine and has around 295 horsepower and goes up to easily 300 kilometers an hour. As a streamliner with all the great aerodynamics, it was basically almost unbeatable in its time. Such a car is not just a car. It's not like our daily commute vehicle. It is a piece of culture, of testimonial for civilization. So it not just needs an owner, it needs a custodian.
It is the rarity of the car. There's only one car in the world available. All the rest is either, the other cars are either in museums or with Mercedes-Benz here in the collection. And this will be the only car available in my lifetime.
For all the animal lovers out there, a cat haven is saving homeless kitties in this new facility. Check out this cat sanctuary located at Soler Resort North. The cat sanctuary is now home to 20 cats. Soler's management built the sanctuary in the last quarter of 2024 to rehome the cats living in the basement parking area during the construction phase of Soler North Resort. Aspiring fur parents can drop by to adopt the cats, but through proper adoption process, the Adopt a Cat program.
Oh,
I know you want to adopt
thank
a cat.
you so much. Thank you so much for what they do, because these cats
Yeah.
really need homes.
But they also need for dogs. I love cats.
Yes.
I'm just allergic, so I can't adopt one. But I wish they also had a dog sanctuary like that too.
Yeah.
Because most of the time when there's a construction site, it's actually mostly dogs. And that's what you see online with the non-profs, where dogs literally get abandoned because the construction workers are done. So it's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
sad. I wish I could save them
That's
all.
actually like a story, our resident dog.
Yes, I love my
like a
baby like
story.
that.
But my house is almost like a cat sanctuary already. We already have 10.
Yeah,
10
actually.
outside and 3 more inside. So we have so many cats. But
So
I
one
love
of those
cats. But
days,
thank
that's
you,
my
Thank you
dream.
for what you guys do for these cats. But now, Coach V has cooked up something special for you guys this Valentine's. Some tips and tricks to help make somebody fall for you. This is Love Hacks with Coach V. Take it away, Coach.
Good morning, loves. It's a beautiful day. Good morning, Pal, Monique, and Anne. Bringing you, this is Coach V. I'm bringing you a brand new day and a brand new way to level up your love life. Today's big question, can you actually make someone fall in love with you? Surprise, science says yes, and I'm about to spill the secrets. What really makes people fall in love? Spoiler alert, it's not just fate, it's not just vibes, it's science. Did you know, loves, that we like people who like us and who are like us? Ever met somebody who just gets you? Maybe they laughed at the same jokes, used the same slang, or even had the same little quirks as you. That's mimicry at work. Let's hear about the mirror effect. This is one of the strategies to make somebody fall in love with you. Mirror effect is when someone subtly copies your gestures, your tone, your speech, your energy. And so your brain instantly says, oh, they're my kind of person. It's subconscious, but it's very powerful. Now, to some love hacks for everybody. How to make anyone fall for you, backed by science. Number 1, skip the surface talk. Go for the deep and meaningful conversation. And it sounds like this. What's the most defining moment of your life? Instead of asking them, what do you do? So remember, PPD. Talk about passion, pain, purpose, and desires. That is actually one of the secrets to intimacy or instant intimacy. Now, next, the power of touch. Light, natural touches on the arm, or at the back, it boosts oxytocin, or what we call the bonding hormone. So science says people trust, connect, and feel attached after we've experienced physical touch with them. Now, for those people who are very good in eye contact, ever locked eyes with somebody and felt like there was a spark? Studies show that holding eye contact for 2 minutes mimics the brain chemistry of falling in love. Just remember people who are in love, right? They look at they look at each other deep in the eyes. So that's the scenario that you want to mimic. Now, people don't just fall for you. They fall for how they feel around you. And so, make sure that you provide thrilling experience so that there will be stronger attraction. Now, how will you do this in action? Imagine roller coasters, concerts, spontaneous adventures. Why? Because there's this theory, it's called the misattribution of arousal, wherein when your heart races from excitement, your brain confuses it with romantic attraction. So feeling mo, kinakabahan ka because you are with a person, not because of the activity. It's because of the adrenaline. It heightens your emotions and make you feel more connected with them. Now, my most favorite hack in making people fall in love with you. Do you remember somebody, when you like someone, you tend to do a lot of favors for them, right? But science says, do the opposite. Benjamin Franklin effect states that when you like somebody, ask them for a small, doable favor. Something that's easy to do. Why? Because their brain is going to trick them into thinking, oh, I wouldn't help Anne if I don't like Anne. I wouldn't help Monique if I don't like Monique. Or I wouldn't lend Pao my book if I don't like them. And so, instead of asking or doing favors for your crush, ask them to do something for you. Now, how do you apply this in person? Skip the small talk. Ask deep questions, put them in exciting environment with you, lock eyes with them for 2 minutes, touch them in safe places, and of course, build that chemistry with them. Always mirror them because we like people who like us and people who are like us. Now, we all learned about hacks on how to make people fall in love. The question would be, do you make people fall in love, or do love just happen? Now, science says that you can create love, right? So, my question for you is, what is your go-to attraction hack? Drop it in the comments. Send your answers also to the Bilyonaryo News channel, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This is Coach V giving you real talk about real love. See you on Thursday for more love hacks with Coach V. Back to you, Pao.
I've learned so much.
So what is your attraction hack?
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
We should ask MJ.
Yeah, actually.
MJ, I know you're in the comments. Can you please write the attraction hack of Pao?
No, actually, that's really interesting. No, pero tama yung deep conversations, deep talk. I think Coach V touched on a lot of great points when it comes to that.
What's your attraction hack, Coach V?
Oh, I love the triangle effect.
Triangle effect?
You didn't talk about that?
What is that triangle
Girl, you're hiding some stuff from us.
That's what we have her all the time.
Yeah, I know triangle
effect is when you look at somebody, you look at them in the left eye, and then look at them in the right eye, look at their lips, and do it again subtly.
Baka maduling ako if I do that.
Paano yung let me try? Look at them in the left eye.
And
then the right eye.
And then their lips.
And then their lips.
Kumakot yung katawan mo.
Paano kasi alam mo maghiwalay yung eyes ko? O di left?
Only Coach V can do it.
Monique, it has to be very subtle or else mapapansin nila na tinitirek natin sila.
Hi.
Yeah. Why? Because it makes them think that you want to kiss them.
Oh.
Looking at their lips, it makes them feel
That's
romantic about you.
No,
Oh
my God!
For couples, no, but I'm sorry, I thought of one hack for yung eye contact.
Yeah, go ahead,
Which is
Pao.
the way it's fake eye contact.
How do you do it?
How do you do a fake eye contact?
It's the space between your eyebrows right above.
Really?
It looks like you're looking at their eyes.
Yeah.
Oh my,
And it
I'm about
feels-
to be like Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw a unibrow.
No, because
Yeah, I'm looking between your eyes.
because it looks like you're looking straight at me.
Wow.
Kasi
Good.
you know that?
That's, that's a good one.
Kasi in stagecraft in theater, when you have to work with someone you haven't met a lot or haven't worked with a lot, and you need to hold eye contact kasi minsan iilang ka.
Yes.
So you just look at their I mean like
You can't tell I'm not looking at you?
yeah, I can tell.
Right now?
Yeah, I can tell.
Actually,
So
I'm looking at
yeah,
your-
no, look at each other because I do it.
I'm getting dueling.
It's a good hack for introverts
I
as well.
No,
I'm looking at her eyes.
It's a good hack for introverts.
Diba? Seryoso yun. Oo.
Ganun ang eye makeup. I know.
Buti
Eyebrows
lang
on fleek.
nagpakagawa lang ng eyebrows sila, no? So they're okay.
And
Oo.
Pao, to quickly add to that, there's another hack. Look at the color of their pupil. So
Yeah.
it tricks
Ah,
your
color
brain.
hormone.
It
I
tricks
thought
your
clavicle.
brain that I'm just trying to figure out what's the color of their pupil, but the effect for the person is you're looking at them deep in the eye.
Yeah. Because you're asking a question.
You
Ano
know,
bang kulay nito?
that is why I wear green contacts. Kasi I read somewhere na guys that were attracted to different eye colors.
Oh, she's applying the
green.
hacks,
Okay,
my
let's ask
love.
Alvin. What does he think of your colored contacts?
Wala, he just stares into my eyes.
Baka
and
hindi niya alam na
smiles.
naka-contacts ka.
He's like, bakit everyday iba-ibang colors yung contacts niya?
Mission, I am lost in the green.
At this point, masyadong mahaba daw yung
Depths
bangs
of
niya.
your
Hindi
eyes.
nakita
Oo
yung
nga, hindi
kulay.
nakita.
Alright, guys, we gotta wrap it up. But then those are really interesting hacks.
That was
Coach
so
V,
fun.
maraming salamat.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
much
you,
for
my
joining
love.
us again.
Thank you.
And that is it for us this Tuesday, February 4. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Look into my eyes. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Make the rest of your Tuesday an unforgettable one by choosing joy and spreading kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Have a great day ahead. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
It's a beautiful day!